What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about OnxyCoin today, XCN. Doing a little midday update here because, I actually had some stuff going on in the morning, so it's working out perfect to make this video right now, especially while we're doing a little bit of the unexpected, right? We had this move up. We had the breakout, and I just want to jump into it right now, so hit the like button and subscribe, you guys. Let's do this, okay? So we had the breakout of this move, right? Just like we did here on this little guy, just like we did here on the slightly bigger guy, just like we did here on the even bigger one, right? And each time it provided a phenomenal breakout relative to its consolidation phase, right? That's pretty phenomenal relative to it, right? Same thing, right? Here, the breakout relative to this kind of triangle that we're in, it's not really that spectacular. I mean, it's nice growth. We did, I mean, don't get me wrong, from the breakout point to the high, that was a 34% move in a very short amount of time, but it wasn't candles like this, right? And there wasn't a whole lot of volume that came through. There was volume that was building, that is more volume, that is productive, but then as we progressed higher, the volume stopped coming in. And now, actually, guys, the volume is coming in. Wow, we're watching it happen right now. The volume is coming in as we're dumping. Beyond all that, you've got bearish divergence on the 1 hour, which is, it's played out now. It's already played out now. I wanted to make this video an hour ago, but I wasn't able to, unfortunately. I was BSing on the Discord too much. I was able to. I was slacking. But fortunately, I don't believe that this is going to inhibit XCN's ability to take out this high. I do believe we're still going to all the same places that we've been talking about. It might just be a indication, and it might give us an inclination that we are coming to the end of this move, which is what we've expected this whole time, right? Things are getting weaker. They're not as robust as we continue to move up higher. I don't suspect that this will lead to anything dramatic or cause lower lows, at least not at the moment. If it were to cause lower lows, what we would need to see, for me to be convinced of that at least, we'd have to get below 2.7 cents. If we got below 2.7 cents, not just getting below there, but closing below there on any hour, 4 hour, whatever time frame, 15-minute time frame, maybe not, but hour and above time frame, we close below 2.7 cents, this 886 here, then it's very, very likely that we take out this low here and we go below 2 cents even, or maybe even lower than that, right? So 2.7 cents, you're at 3.5 cents now. I know that's not really a friendly last barrier to make your decisions on, right? Because that is a whole 20+% away from the current price. Even after this dip, it's still a pretty far ways away. But I think this is just nothing more than a liquidity grab, a shakeout, if you will, right? Everybody and anybody. So first and foremost, right, if we think about this somewhat logically, the people who bought XCN down here, myself and everybody who bought XCN for months before that, this big move up that happened, we're not in any kind of position where we're feeling the pressure to sell, right? If this thing goes down here, that would suck. I could have had a great opportunity to sell and make a trade, but I'll tell you what, it goes down here, I'm just going to buy more. Everybody who bought down here, if they miss an opportunity to sell here and then overnight the price goes down here, they're just going to buy more. So the risk really truly only lies if you're one of the people who bought the pump, if you're one of the pump chasers, right? Because it is very possible. It is completely possible that we could see a massive correction without going higher first, right? We could correct and then continue to rally, right? And I fully suspect that we do take this high out. I suspect still that we take that high out and we finish this move overall, right? This whole move up. I suspect we do that by the end of this week, if not very early next week, right? I really do suspect that that's what's happening. We're on our way up to these prices that are above 6 cents, below 10 cents, likely somewhere in between. But you never know what can happen. And the only people who are shitting themselves right now over the you never know what could happen aspect are the people who, probably not even the people that bought here, but probably only the people that bought since really like the January 23rd, within the last week. So there could be some shaking out. There was a lot of volume a lot of volume, you guys. This volume here, it looks like it's not that significant, like in compare, like, right, it's just standard high levels of volume, but that volume right there was more volume than this thing has in market cap valuation. There was a lot of exchanging going on at these levels. This isn't as much volume as here, but still, that's like comparable to the market cap's level in volume. There was a lot of transacting. Man, whenever you have those kind of levels of transacting, that means literally everybody who was holding could have sold. People fresh, it could be only people who are buying, and that's probably not what happened, right? There are probably plenty of people who bought down here who are still holding, like me. There's probably plenty of people who bought down here who have taken profits at various points. Maybe they sold all out as well. There's all walks of life. But the only reason to fear right now is if you bought in the last week, right? Likely we still go up, right? And that's why it's no big deal to anybody who bought beforehand, because it can go down, whatever. It's a better opportunity to buy. You're still in the green. You get an opportunity to load the truck up more for more price action, right? We're only entertaining that thought. I do this, and I hate to be confusing, but I do this, you guys. I tend to entertain the thought first that I believe is less likely to happen, and then I entertain the thought that I do believe is going to happen, because I like to finish on a little finale. So again, 2.7 cents was the area that we're looking for on this relative low to high here. 2.7 cents is also your golden ratio. From this high to low, we were looking at it for your no, what was it? Maybe it was the low to high. My bad. Maybe it was this one. Low to high. No, 2.7. Where was it? Was it this low to high relative to the move? Maybe it was, because we were on the 1 hour before. That's right. And 2.7's at the 886 there. It's at the golden. Actually, it's also at that 236 right there. Yeah, I feel really confident in that, you guys. As long as we're holding 2.7 cents, I don't think we're going lower. And again, that's soothing for anybody who bought before this move here, or at this move, or lower, right? Anybody who bought after that move or higher, that might be a little bit concerning. But truthfully, I think that if we were to go down here, we probably would go all the way down, right to this little apex here, right to about 1.2, 1.3 cents, bounce from there, and continue this miraculous rally, right? Like, it would probably, in fact, a reset to that magnitude would allow for us to probably achieve higher prices than where we would have gone if we just kept moving up right now. So all in all, it might take longer to get to higher prices if we do it this way, but we would likely rally with the rest of the markets if we did it that way. And then by the end of February, end of March, you guys, we could be at targets that are way above anything we've expected, right? These are targets on this relative move now. If we look at this, right, just understand this, okay? And I don't think we're going lower. Again, I'm entertaining this thought first because I don't think we're going lower, but I'm getting excited at the thought of it, right? You look at the expected zone, it's between 6.1 cents to 8.1 cents. That's your primary target zone. High to low here. If we pulled back all the way down to this apex, which I wouldn't be surprised if we did, if we went below 2.7 cents. Now your targets, you see this box, it doesn't fit the whole zone anymore, does it? Now your minimum target is 7.2 cents instead of 6 cents. Now your maximum target is 12 cents instead of 8 cents. You know what I mean? It goes up a lot higher, and then beyond that too, your 1886, which I doubt you would hit now. You would be able to, you'd have a better chance of hitting if you had a more structured pullback, a more solid amount of time to consolidate and figure things out. I don't know. Time will tell. We'll see how it goes. Let's look at the positive side now. Let's see for validation that we're going to take out this high. What level do we need to watch? From a high to a low, at this point in time, what we need to do is break above 4.5 cents. You break above 4.5 cents, you break above this line here, it's on to 6.1 cents and higher. It's on to 6.1 cents, 6.9 cents, 8.1 cents, even as high as 10 to 11 cents. I would even say 13 to 14 cents could be possible, but that would be a bit uncharacteristic. I mean, you'd have to see a very powerful move for this to happen right now. And what we're doing so far does not lead me to believe that we're going to get a very powerful move. In fact, this makes me believe more so that we won't even reach 10 cents. We won't even reach 8 cents, but we might stop here below 7 cents somewhere. This is what this leads me to believe, right? We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But break above 4.5 cents, good. Break below 2.7 cents, bad. You're at about 3.4 cents now. That's kind of... I guess you're further away from this zone than you are from that zone down there, but you're kind of right smack dab in the middle. That's not giving us any kind of clarity. Let's look at the 1 hour time, or let's look at the 4 hour and just see. 4 hour time frame. Yeah, the 4 hour RSI does suggest you want to go lower. This is not a good look, you guys. Getting that somewhat bearish divergence right there, right? Lower highs, right? And now you're continuing the trend with lower highs. and you got above the 60, but you didn't get overbought, and now you're back below the 60. If we make this move and it gets below the 40, there's no doubt on the 4-hour RSI, there's no doubt in my mind if we were to do something like that, we probably would retrace all the way back below 2 cents, all the way back down to like 1.5 cents at least, if not likely around 1.2 to 1.1 cents. That is dependent on this 4-hour RSI to some degree. We're closing this in about 6 minutes. That's crazy. This video probably won't go on for another 6 minutes. We'll see though. What about the 1 hour? 1 hour time frame. The 1 hour, it looks bearish to a certain degree, but at the same time, like, right, you did this before. You just sold off quick, and then basically right where you are now, that was the low of it, and you started moving up higher. What'd you do? What'd you do there? Right? Like literally, it's actually even kind of comparable. It's just a bigger kind of move overall than this move is right now. But even the volume was elevated, right? All that stuff. I don't know. We could bounce from here, right? That sent us up. What did that do from the low to high? That sent us up another 220%. This is a lot smaller of a move, but if we were to assume the low is maybe at the low of this range, maybe we keep moving down, we just tip that low. If we were to move half of that, instead of 220, we moved up like 110. That put us right at 6.9 cents, right at a very expected target area. And I'm only doing this is just rough. This isn't an exact science. I'm just like, hey, this move, if we were to draw it, right, from the low to the high up, and then the high to the low down, okay? I was to put this over here, that's your move up, that's your move down. And then I was to do this from your low to the high up. I guess it'd be this overall. Let's do it like this, like that low to high up, and then low to high down, or high to low down, you know. You've got like basically half the move. It's not as robust. It's not an exact science. Just because it's half the move up, half the move down, essentially, doesn't mean it has to be half the price and growth, but that's kind of what my logic is. That's where I'm going for it. It could be twice the amount of growth. It could be a quarter the amount of growth. We don't know. But taking the idea that it's like half the move here and then applying that to half the growth, and then not only that, but that just like random way that we just did it from a high to a low, we actually can make sense out of that on the fib levels, which I was just saying I doubt with what we're doing now we even get to this price. We probably stop below 7 cents, and that's exactly where our measure move is. I don't know. It makes sense to me. It makes sense. Maybe I'm just seeing what I want to see. Maybe you're seeing it too. I don't know. Maybe we're all biased, but we'll see. Time will tell. We have our targets to look for. 2.7 cents to the downside, 4.5 cents to the upside. Time will tell. But I definitely am at the moment under the impression that we will not go as high as we thought. It might be a good idea if you're like me and you have sell orders in place already. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. I'm going to do my own thing. You do your own thing. Okay. I very much encourage you to do your own research and make the best decisions for yourself. In fact, if you're new to this game, it might be best to not sell at all, right? Somebody asked me this. We'll get back to the point in a second. Okay. Somebody asked me this. They said, you think XCN is going to be worth multiple dollars. Why would you sell it here? And I said, I'm taking some profits. I'm going to reallocate to other coins, and mainly because I'd like to allocate into coins that look like this before XCN blew up, right? Sell the coin that's exciting for the coin that's boring, and then the coin that's boring rips, your exciting coin dips, and you get to rinse and repeat. That's exciting in itself. I'd like to do that. But also, it's a really good. I won't sell all of my XCN. I never will, because it's a completely valid point that why would you sell at 5 to 10 cents? Why would you even sell at 18 cents if you believe this thing's going to go to 82 cents or $1.80 or higher than that, right? And I actually do believe it could go to $2. From the current price to go to 240 is kind of where I'm expecting. 240, that's a 72x. Why would I sell the 72x potential for something that might just 2x or 3x from here, you know? And I won't sell all of it, right? But that's a great question, and that's a good way of thinking, right? If you're new to the markets, if you're not certain, if you feel like this is risky, trying to play the game, buying the lows, selling the highs, and it's a headache, then who cares? Don't do that. Just buy. If it dips, buy more. If it pumps, wait. If it dips, buy more. If it pumps, wait. If it dips, buy more. If it pumps, wait until we're in the areas that are acceptable end of cycle profit taking areas. And then do it there. But none of that's financial advice. It's just some thoughts, open thoughts and opinions about what you should, not what you should do, but maybe what you should consider when going forward. You should also consider that at any point in time, random things can happen. A flaw could happen that's exploited in this thing's protocol, and it could go to zero, right? Never be overexposed or never be under the impression that this thing's only destined to go to new all-time highs. Anything could happen any given day where you see some kind of major correction, and that's on you as an investor, as a speculator, to determine when it's the best time to get in or get out for you, right? Most of the time, though, just understand we do get in and we get out at the wrong times. The people, I guarantee you right now, the people today, or maybe even this week, right? The people that bought the most, they bought up here. The people that sold the most, they sold down here, right? That's probably, and that's not necessarily fair. Every buy is a sell, every sell is a buy. But I would bet that there was more buying pressure up here, more selling pressure up here, more taker orders on the buy side, more taker orders on the sell side down here, if that makes sense. People don't time things properly. So if something happens, if we drop today or tomorrow and it's an unexpected move and you find yourself emotionally charged for it, it might not be a good decision to make a financial choice. You shouldn't make financial decisions when you're emotionally charged. You should try to do that from an emotionally sound place, okay? And when things don't go right, if it were to drop all the way down, that can definitely make you emotional. But by that time, again, you guys, if the price were to go down, there's nothing wrong with looking at it as I missed the opportunity to sell here. I could have double dipped. It could have been really good. There were other people that talked about it, and I just didn't listen. I could have done it, but oh well, right? Now I get to buy more at cheaper prices. Don't we all right now, anybody and everybody holding XCN, don't you wish you bought more at these levels? At these levels, at the recent dip even, right? So don't let this dissuade you from what you already believe, what you already know about this project, which is that it will see higher highs. It will see relatively higher highs and probably new all-time highs. So even if you're not completely prepared for the dump, you could at least be prepared to buy down there for the next pump if it were to happen. But I don't think that's going to happen. I've given you the targets. I think I'm just rambling at this point. The 1 hour time frame is in a very similar area to where it bounced the last time, where it did something like this. Actually, it had an initial breakout and then it pulled back, psyched everybody out. I think that was Justin Sun's fake news, right? Maybe that was before. Maybe that was here. I don't remember where it was. It all happened so recently. We're doing a similar thing now, just at a much smaller scale, which leads me to believe the same thing that I've kind of been hinting at, which is that this next move might be smaller than any of the moves that we've seen so far. And if that's the case, we might not even break above 7 cents, you guys. So I think I've said everything I need to say. If you like the video, hit the like button. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. The 4 hour is not bad. We just need to start moving up soon. We need to start moving up soon. This 4 hour needs to be a green one. Right, if it's red, if we close below the 50, that would be concerning. If it closed below the 40, that would be condemning. Not condemning to death, just condemning to targets that are probably below 1.5 cents. Okay, so we don't want to see that. I got nothing else. Yeah. Oh, you know what? Damn, man. Yeah. Here's the last thing. Going down. So first off, on your daily RSI, the way you look here, it looks perfect. You should bounce here. Whenever things look perfect like this, when they make the most sense, that you should, just like this, right? You bounced. You see what you did over here? Whenever you did that? Whoop, that's not what I meant to do. You see what you did here whenever you bounced? You got continuation, immediate continuation. You didn't mess around. And you had 1 day red after like 5 days up, and then you got that big move, that extended, right? It did it right. But if you do it here, if you do here the same thing that you did last time, but instead of getting immediate continuation, you just get back below the overbought zone, that would be, again, condemning, not to death, but to prices that are probably below 1.5 cents would be my guess, right? So actually, if we look back in time, where would be a nice area? Anything from 1.8 cents to 1 cent itself would be fair game. Yeah. So hopefully we get some continuation today. That's kind of the moral of the story that I'll end you with on the daily aspect, at least. You want this to get continuation. You want this to be everything that it looks like it is, which is a higher low and a very bullishly postured uptrend in the RSI, and a bounce off the overbought zone, which tends to provide a very bullish move relative to the moves, right? This doesn't seem like that big of a move compared to what we did here, but if you look, when you bounce off the oversold zone here, relative to what you did so far, that allowed you for this finale finish, a very big move up. So this could allow us for something spectacular. I know a lot of this video has talked about prices being below 7 cents, but it could allow for something that is above 10 cents. It just depends how fast we get going. It depends on the end of the day. I'll let you guys know what my thoughts are on the next video, probably by the end of today. Not by the end of this day, but by the end of my day here, probably like 4 hours into the new day. So in another like 12 hours from now. Hit the like button, subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. Thank you all for being here. Bye-bye.